Hello everybody, my name is Ed. I'm in my armchair and the smoking lamp is lit. And guess what I'm smoking today? My favorite pipe. Look at this guy. Savinelli Roma Lucite. Paul? Pretty close. They call it that. Depends. I love it. It is Beauteous Megamus Maximus. And a little bit more of this in the video. But just to say it, this is the first pipe I bought after I retired. I had been retired for a while, and I realized I haven't gotten a new pipe lately. And I wanted something of this nature. So I was looking and looking, went to the tobacco shops, which turned out to be cigar shops, and didn't have any pipes. So finally, actually it's probably the only first thing I ever bought online. My pipe. And the rest is history. This video may be a little long because, as promised last week's, I'm going to do a VR to Relaxed Piper and Hobbies. And I promised I'll be giving some tips on how to be a presenter. And the reason I'm doing this is because the 3 questions he asked, and this is only open to people that do a VR. So I started thinking about that. The questions is stuff anybody can answer. This would be an excellent time if you're a lurker, or I call them guests to my channel, and you want to be a presenter. This would be a great time to dive in and do it. So let us start. This video will be kind of in 2 parts. The first, what is involved with being a presenter, the parts of being a presenter. And the second part, you can skip if you are a presenter, but this is going to be doing a VR and for Relaxed Hobbies and showing people how I do that. So, first thing to get started, you maybe haven't decided if you're going to be a presenter, not sure, don't want to do it, blah, 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 blah. The first thing you got to do is commit to do it. So, first step, this is a simple one. How you prepare to do a video. Couple little things to do. Most of it you already have, you're already doing. Just as a reminder, you're going to do a video. Try to get away from any major distractions. Hopefully you're just sitting in a chair where you smoke, or outside where you smoke, whatever. So you don't have to worry about setting. You do little couple things. Make sure your lighter is ready there. Things like you would do to smoke a pipe. That's getting ready for it. And of course, setting up where you want to have it. It probably is going to be where you smoke anyway. So, that is simple. The next part is probably the most critical. And I say that kind of in a good way. It's just what you have to do. That is to start. What you want to do is you want to start, know what you're going to say when you start. Having pictures or music or whatever, that'll be nice. But at first, you can't have that. And at first, you might not want to know, or you might not know what you're going to do. So, what you want to do is know what you're going to say. After you get started, whatever's going to be said is said. But if you know exactly what you're going to say to start, that allows you to be comfortable with your start. And it can be simple. A lot of people, start lighting their pipe. Usually, and at first, you probably just want to introduce yourself. My name is Ed. A lot of people don't necessarily tell you what their name is. That's okay. You don't have to. Then I say, I'm in my armchair. Why? Because my title of my thing is Armchair Piper. So that just fits. You have stuff like pipe and a pour. He tells you, get a pipe, a pour. So if your name, channel name can fit that, fantastic. It gets you started. Some people will say where they're from, Southeast Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Upper Wisconsin, Central Indiana. You might want to say that. These are just little things they'll know about you, but it'll get you started. The first part you got to do is you got to get started, and it's best if you know exactly what you're going to say at first. The second part, a lot of people don't pay attention to, is you're really talking to somebody. I mean, that's how your presentation should be. Sure, they're not talking to you right there. You can't see them. But treat it as a conversation. And a good conversation for the person you're trying to talk to also needs a little bit of comfort. That's why you stating your name, where you're from maybe, such and such, hey, I'm out on my back patio. That allows the viewer to kind of, in a small way, get settled in. You don't want to just immediately hit people with something. That means you're jolting them into watching your video, and they're not going to be as comfortable. Both of you need to just kind of slowly work into it. How much? How long? Can't do it over long I mean, I have some people, they're start their video and all they do is just stare at you. Dramatic pause. And believe me, after about 20 seconds and 25 seconds, which to me, when they're just staring at you, I've lost interest already. Next video, you know? If it keeps it interesting, tells them some stuff about yourself, that is just great. So, the first part, you know what you're going to say. That will allow you to just jump in and start your video. Because that you completely can control. So that's the first part. Let's go back to the end. The ending kind of is the same thing. You want to know what you're going to say. I mean, yes, you could just say, night, you know, thanks for watching. But know what it is. A lot of people have a little quote, little words of advice. Stay lit, yeah. Great. Make up your own. Maybe you'll find out something after about the fourth, fifth video that suddenly, oh, we'll start using this. You use it every time. You have a way to end. That allows you a better way to know how to end, to know, get going, you know. We're done. Have your video, have your ending, it's over with. You might, if you don't have something like that, what happens is you might start just rambling for no reason. You just start and you don't know how to stop, so you just keep going. And now at that point, you're just not saying anything that anybody wants to hear. Say what you're going to say and know how you're going to end. My ending is always the same, with little deviations. And you'll, once you get it, you'll have your little deviations too. That can be funny, you know. Now me, if you know that I'm very serious person, you know, I don't really do funny and stuff. Right, Doc?
Duh.
Very serious. Who's he? There's nobody else here. Okay. Got another mystery on my hands. Know how to start. Know how to finish. Everything else is that middle. Obviously, what the YTPC people like, I personally think I like to know about the person. Kind of what you're doing. You know, it is all about pipes. Remember, this is the pipe community. So make it about pipes. And then especially at first, get them involved. Show them your collection. If you don't have much of a collection, nobody cares. If you only smoke once a week and have the same pipe, we just want you to be part of the community. That's all of it. Incredibly welcoming pipe community. Take advantage of that. Have your video. Just jump in. I say jump in because, like, in preparing the video, don't get too hung up on it or you'll never, quote, jump in. But as soon as you do, you know the first couple sentences, first maybe 10, 15 seconds, maybe longer if you're doing like a small little subject thing or whatever you want to call it, know what it is, then have your video. Prepare kind of what you want to say, and then your ending to help you end on a good note. Later, as we get to know you, then you can start doing some ramblings. Yeah. Again, especially if it's about you or stuff you're involved with. Great. Okay, so that is the first part of it. The next part we're going to get to is we're going to do a VR. And for those people that are thinking about being a presenter, stick with it. Because I'll answer the questions and show you kind of what you could do. All right, for those still with me, let's go ahead and do VR. Answer the questions. Relax Piper. His questions. First, what pipeline model do you prefer? If you only have one pipe, that's what you say. That's simple. Go ahead and do it. My answer to the question is what pipeline, because I have, in case you're wondering, a fair amount of pipes, but I have very few lines. And what these lines would be like Missouri, Meerschaum, corncobs. Okay, that's not a line. What is a line, though, is like their country gentleman style. That would be a line, of which I have actually a few of those. Here's my line. And I told you we'd get back to this pipe. This guy right here. This is a Savinelli Roma Lucite on 614, I believe. Ompal. Why is this my favorite line? Because I also have this guy right here. The matches Friday Savinelli. And this, of course, is one of the matches memorial pipes. And every time I do my giveaways, I do it on my anniversary. My goal was to do it. So hitting an anniversary was more important than a milestone, 100 subs. Face it, I hit 100 subs after my third video. So it hit me so fast, I was past that anyway. But longevity. Smoking Syed out of South Africa. He just did a giveaway for his 6 months in. Don't worry about how many subs he has. He has 6 months in. I like that as a goal. So for you presenters, or the new presenters, again, if you only have one pipe, great. You might love having the 320, type of design and have a lot of them. So that can be your answer. Be it personal. Exactly what you want. Be yourself. This is what you want. If it's corncobs, fantastic. Have a line of Dunhills? Well, if you do, give me some. All right. The next question. What is your favorite shape? Again, you all have a favorite shape. You may not know it yet, but you have a shape that fits your eye. Two examples. The vent. It can be Dublin, it can be billiard, apple. I love the bent shape. A Sherlock Holmes. Let's see, like Levon Asakian. Beautiful. I love this pipe. So, you probably already know what your favorite shape is. We get to learn a little bit about you. And it's pipe related. So that would be a great, again, way to do it. If you're not getting involved, another thing, if you're not getting involved in this giveaway, remember, you can always just bring that up as this is what this is what my video is about. Some of the shapes that I enjoy. It's incredible. Also, we are answering the questions VR. As you start presenting, if you're at a loss of a subject, and it happens a lot. Some people just go on. I have put a video out all the time. I find something, but you could almost live your life as a presenter just answering giveaways, because there's almost always something going on. The pipe community is incredibly generous. So they offer the little giveaways on, 100 subs, 500 subs, 1,000 yearly like me. As you start building up people that you're subscribed to, you'll find there's a lot of these. Just the thought. Okay. The last question is, how did you get into smoking a pipe? Again, you all know how to do what this is about, because it's exactly what happened. You don't have to lie about it. You don't need to make up anything, because probably when you actually give it and people start listening to it, you're probably going to find out that it's actually a pretty neat little story, even though you may not think so. The YTPC members love to hear it. So I'll be telling you mine. Influences. My grandfather always smoked a pipe. My dad, well, actually, before I started getting a pipe, he mainly smoked cigars. He had pipes, though. Later, this is after I'd been out of the Navy, convinced him, I'd start doing the pipes more. And just like that, he started smoking his pipes a lot. An awful lot. But really, the situation. I joined the Navy. I always thought of that sailor smoking his pipe. I'm not referring to Popeye. It ends up I was a signalman, so I was out to sea, up on top of the ship, outdoors, almost the whole time. I had my pipes up on the signal bridge and just be sitting there smoking my pipes, doing my watch, especially in the evenings, the sun setting, the stars at night. That was heaven, and I was smoking a pipe right then. So I've been smoking for 54 years now. So that was my story, brief. But realize you've got that story. Right off the bat, you've got that story. How you got started. You know, some people started, stopped for a while, then started again. Tell that story. Tell your story of the first pipe. I still smoke my first pipe. So many things you can do without having to worry too much about it. Just remember to be genuine. Be yourself. You're the best yourself can get. Don't know what that means really, but I think you know my point. You know, if not, take notes. Little dumb thing. Don't lie. You know why? Because you're not going to remember what the lie was, and somewhere along the line you're going to say something different. You don't have to. Your story is your story. And have fun telling about it. So, this is getting a little long. Normally, they say 7 to 10 minutes. I don't do as many videos. I do about one a week now. Originally, just every 2 weeks. So mine tend to be longer. But I'm trying to cut it down. I just talk too much. But 7 to 10 minutes. And you'll find that most of the viewer time is about that long too. So the start, later on, as you get involved, people know who you are, yeah, you can change a lot of things. So what can I say to you? Jump in. Take advantage of this. And this giveaway, Relax Piper, I'll try to put a link down because you'll have to ask or let him know that you've done a call so that he can find you, put you in the thing. And a simple little thing request for you. If you are doing your first presentation, you know, especially for this call, put a comment in on this video. Let me know that you did it and who you are. At 1,000 subs, or more than 1,000 subs, I do not get notices of people that have, subbed me. So comment to me. I did mine. I can then comment, watch your video, sub you. I will sub you. And if you started because of this video especially, let me know. I will shout you out after it's all over with. Hopefully we get a few things to shout about. Okay? Thanks for being there. So if you like this, and I hope you like this, thank you. If you don't like this, you're not going to get to heaven. So may your smoking lamp always be lit. And take care out there.